Hello everybody, this is Serpent, and welcome back to another episode in Crazy Shirt Land. Actually, it's a jetpack. So, in this episode, in last episode, we built that ship thingy, and I think I'll probably be working on that a little bit more today. But in the meantime, we do actually have something to be dealing with, because I want a bit more power generation. What we have so far really is not all that much. And so, to that end, I've been steadily working my way up the solar panel tiers. And I'm trying to make 2 of these 3-tier ones. The 4 tiers, I think, are a little bit beyond us. So, what I have done so far is basically smelt down a whole lot of sand into glass, and then I've also built a few of these solar panel tier 1s and some iron, and that's because those are all necessary things for the hold on. Those are all necessary things for what I need to do, what I need to make. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's actually what we want. I don't think I need all that many though. I'll just go with 27. And then from there, I just need some wood. I don't have any wood on me right now. There we go. And these things. Nice. So we have 35. And I think we needed 32. Yeah, we only needed 32. So that's all good. And now we can make a couple pistons, because those are also necessary. Sometimes stuff gets caught weirdly. Sometimes I just speak weirdly. Anyway, once we have this put together, though, we will be more than doubling our current power generation. Oh, lag spike. So, like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by the lag spike, what we have to do now is just shift click that in. So we have these 4 panels here, each of which does 8 per tick, 8 RF per tick. And then once we put them all together like that with a block of iron in the middle, which is currently not in block form. Yeah, that's good. Let's see. So that's in. And then we need these things, which I already made. They were just mirrors and lapis and glass. And then I also need a repeater, right? Yeah. And a repeater, I already have all the stuff on me. I just need a crafting table. Like that, that, and that. Okay. So now we should have 2 of these things. Yeah. And this will basically just do 32 RF per tick each. And that'll mean 64 RF per tick, but I won't have to feed stuff into it like I do with the other one, our culinary generator. So, if we put these down, yeah, generation, 22 RF per tick, huh? I guess the light level isn't full yet, but it's not rising very quickly. Maybe even though they formed a multi-block, it's still, yeah, okay. It's 26 per. So even though they were a multi-block, it didn't count as one. Okay. So, that seems to be working. And I shall eventually end up using them. For something. Eventually. Aha, so that done. That done, I think we should move on to what I had already planned. As I said, the Pirate Cove thing. Yes, I know I'm using the cheaty teleport, but I don't know. I'm still debating whether or not it is cheaty, so I guess that gives me some time to use it. Anyway, the pirate ship here, not too bad, but it's not in the water, is it? And that's something we probably ought to fix. So, as you might know, yeah, I think I said so. we have schematica in this pack. I can't remember how to use it, but we still have it. Let's see. So there's this thing, that thing. Alright, so that's 0.1. And then over here, there's 0.2 right here, except that we also want the mast in. Although we might as well not include it, actually, because that's just going to it doesn't matter, we can always just put it in. It's just a couple pieces of wood. So red point, this is x minus 634 y 83 and z being 446. Okay, we ought to be able to see it, right? We do that maybe? Huh. Oh, and I've fallen. That's interesting. Huh. How does this work then? Oh, you can just click it. Yeah, there we go. That ought to be selected now. Still doesn't show, but it's selected. All right, and blue point set there. And then if we get rid of this thing, we ought to be able to do that and then save it. Ah, I see. And it is actually wrong. So I need to fix that. But oh, maybe it selects where you're standing. Hold on. Huh. That's interesting. Weird. It's not really going where I want it to. I guess I can just move it like that though. Yeah, okay. So that's I guess that's how you position the points. Apparently I was a little rusty on that. Yeah. I can't see. Anyway, I'll save this to a schematic. So I have saved it, and now if we press the open schematic file thingy, then we can select that. Done. We have we have that. So that's all worked. And then now we can have this move schematic thing. And we can rotate it too. We can flip it if we want. And yeah, that's about it. So I want to move it over here into this pond, and then we can actually build it, which won't take too long since it's schematica. So I think that is just about what I want. Now the problem is I don't know if those blocks down on the water are actually going to build. So we'll see. I hope they will, since they can still be placed there. It's just that there's already a block there. I'm not sure though. Hopefully they can be. But now it is time to chop off a bit of this. And I also want to make sure that I'm not breaking that off of this boat over here. good. No. That's what I wanted to see. So we're safe to do this. Off. So now it is time to actually see whether this will work. I mean, most of it will work either way, but we'll see. Okay. Oh yes, there's the chiseled stuff. I don't know if it'll place that. Anyway, let's go down and see what happens. Oh, lag spike. Yes, it's putting this stuff in underwater too. That's great. It is building around us. It is building before our very eyes. Schematic is so cool. Aha! We have it done. And I don't think... it... That was a good sentence, wasn't it? Anyway, I don't think it likes the chisel and bit stuff. Although actually, I don't think this glove likes the chisel and bit stuff either, because I'm pretty sure neither of the two pieces of chisel and bits that we did actually survived when I broke the thing. So that's something to be wary of. I'll have to test that a little further, but I don't care enough for right now. So I did drain the bottom here. It didn't, of course, get rid of the water blocks that were not supposed to be replaced, but it did get rid of the ones that were, and that's pretty useful already. So we have our ship, although the mast is a little short because I don't have enough wood blocks. And I can't see it because of the slime boots. But yeah, that's what it looks like. I think that looks pretty nice. Fits in with the water quite well. So we probably won't be working on that anymore for this episode because it's fairly time consuming to decorate, and I don't have a lot of time. This video will go up the day after my finals finish, but I'm currently recording it the day before my finals finish, so it's crunch time. Anyway, the general idea though is that we have that finished. Now I'm not quite sure where to go from here. I would like to do a pirate what do they call it? Pirate house. House. Yeah, that's the word I was forgetting. But I don't know how to do that. I'm probably going to take a look online and see what other people have done. Well, not necessarily in Minecraft, but just what pirate houses in general are supposed to look like. And then probably that will give me a good enough idea to go from. So, the pirate house, well, the search didn't go so well. I didn't really find a whole lot. I found, I didn't find a whole lot that I thought was interesting. So I'm going to wing it. I like the idea of a pirate house on stilts, because that seems kind of natural or something. But then I just realized that our jungle base is also on stilts, and that would be an overuse of the same theme. So let's not. Okay, well, that's a little bit different than what I had planned, but we should still be able to make it work. Now, my next idea for my next trick, I want to try and make a rocky sort of outcropping that the house is partially positioned on. I think that might look nice. So yeah, I'm currently just making a lump of rock. Alright, and then I want the floor of the floor of the pirate house, to be made of this stuff, although come to think of it, it is very, very noisy. That might that might be weird, but we'll try it for now. We might end up switching it out later. But if we do, then that's fine, because we have that nice wand of equal trade. Give me this thing. I don't like this part. Frankly, I think the rock itself could use a lot more beefing up and bend around the side of this. So let's try that out. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's already significantly better. Now, we do only have that on one side, but I don't have enough cobble, so oh well. We'll be improving it later, as with many things I end up doing. So, I think the sides can still be this nice palm wood, and then the, well, just the pillars. And then over here, where it hangs off the rock, these slime boots, they're so annoying, and yet so useful that I don't want to take them off. It's an unfortunate duo. Yeah, so like I said, these corner bits, didn't say much more than these corner bits, but there we go. Yeah, that looks kind of nice. It's a little small, I admit. This is going to give us a 2x3 room. That's even more pathetic than I had initially thought. But we can try it out anyway. Maybe. If I have enough. I do, but it's really, really cramped. Okay, so like you saw there, I've done some chiseling and bitsing. I appear to have left a rather hard line here, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. And now that bit's looking pretty good too. So, I have a bit of a plan for the inside, which by the way looks like this at the moment. And that plan is to extend this up another floor, this wood bit first, and then the second bit will be a little bit different. I'll get to that when I've completed this. But yeah, that's for the moment the plan, just to extend this up and maybe put another floor in. In fact, definitely put another floor in. Is this the right one? Yeah, nice. Okay, so what I've been doing just to keep my bit bag a little emptier is half the work I'm doing I do negatively, and then half the work I do positively, as in half of it I take away and then the other half I put back, and that way I never actually end up with a large difference between what I had to begin with, except with the cobble. And I do currently have a bit more planks than I would like, but it keeps up pretty well. Looks like I need to go get some more logs though, pine logs. Palm logs, that's it. Okay, so I've extended it up, and I have begun my plan, my second plan. Also, I've made the windows bigger. And my second plan is to go over a little bit further with this whole build, and just try and make it seem a little bit more interestingly shaped. So, I have currently done a fairly decent job, I believe, and we ought to be pretty close to done with this build. So, once I've finished these walls and apparently gathered some more palm wood, because I am very, very close to out, in fact I am out, once that happens, then we can actually, oh, what am I trying to say? We'll probably be able to finish it, that's what I'm saying. So, that's what it's looking like so far. I do actually have to do a little bit right there where the floor should be. There ought to be another bit of that sticking out right there. So that'll be done. Same for there, as well as for there, of course. And I think the joys of the spice of life. I think what we ought to do now is, well, that, and then we probably want to put a roof on it, I would think, and doors. Oh, huh. Interesting. Anyway, I think that ought to be done, of course. Yeah, and then probably just the detailing that I suggested right there, and then interior work. And then I think after that, it'll all be done. However, I think that's about all the time I have for today. Perhaps I shall do this last bit first. However, like I said, that's all the time I have for today. So, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. And I shall see you in the next one, just as soon as I, ignore what I just said. And put that in. Okay, how's that look? Yeah, that looks nice. So it's a pretty nice shape. It's seated on a rather lovely rock. Well, rather lovely might be an overstatement, but it's a fairly nice rock. And it's a fairly nice house. So I'm fairly happy with this entire style, because apparently I can use it, which is always nice. However, like I said, that's all the time I have for today, so hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.